We begin with breaking news on the west side of Springfield near Grand and the West Bypass.
Police responding to the call of a child abduction there, and we have a crew on the scene, and we'll have a live report throughout this newscast.
Steve, right now police are interviewing neighbors and witnesses to this child abduction. Police have only told us that this is a crime scene. I did, however, talk to a neighbor a short time ago. He told me he saw the entire ordeal. He told me he saw a man pull up here on the street and ask a young girl if she knew where Springfield Street was. She said no and continued to walk away. The witness then told me that's when the man called over the girl again. She went back to the vehicle, and the neighbor says that's when the man reached out, grabbed her, threw her in the passenger side of his vehicle, and took off. Well, the man who saw it all go down ran after him, and his wife called 911. They did get the license plate number. The police have it. We don't know it yet, but as soon as we do, you can bet we'll have it on our website or on the air. So again, right now, police out here interviewing neighbors and witnesses. Steve, I also had a brief chance to talk with the mother of this 10-year-old girl. We don't know her name yet. And the mother told me she doesn't have any idea who this person was. Clearly, she is very worried. As soon as we have any more information, we will come back to you.
Now back to our top story, breaking news on the west side of Springfield at Grand and the West Bypass.
Police responding to the call of a child abduction there. Our Paula Morehouse has been out there on the scene. Paula, what can you tell us now?
Lisa, police just put up crime scene tape around the crime scene. They are still talking to neighbors and witnesses to that child abduction. Police have only confirmed to me, though, that this is a crime scene. I did, however, speak with a neighbor who saw it all. He saw a man come up to a little girl, ask her a question. She didn't know. He beckoned her back, and according to this witness, the man grabbed the little girl, threw her in the passenger seat of his vehicle, and then took off. Those witnesses called 911. That leads us to here, police asking anybody else if they've seen anything. The witness told me they got the driver's license plate and the description of the car. As soon as we get that information, we'll get it to you. Also briefly talk to the mother. She believes she doesn't know who this is who took her 10-year-old daughter. We will keep out here, keep finding out more details, reporting live in West Springfield. Back to you.
All right, back to our top story and breaking news on the west side of Springfield, where police are investigating a report that a stranger pulled a little girl into a car and then sped away.
KY3's Paula Morehouse has been at the scene for a while now. Paula, what do you know now?
Lisa and Steve, police have confirmed that 10-year-old Hailey Owens was indeed abducted by a stranger here on West Lombard. We have a picture of her. We're going to put it up and show you, give her a description, because police want your help tonight. Again, her name is Hailey Owens. She is 10 years old. She is about 5 feet tall, 90 pounds, long brownish blonde hair. She was wearing blue jeans, a top, don't know the color, but a top and flip-flops. This happened about 10 to 5 this evening. A man driving a gold Ford Ranger pickup came to this neighborhood, snatched that 10-year-old little girl, and drove away. Here's a description of that, or possible plate numbers for that pickup. 1YF 454, or it's off by one letter, 1YS 454. Police want you to be on the lookout for that. Again, it's a gold Ford pickup, a smaller version. That is who they believe abducted little 10-year-old Hailey Owens. When we have more information, we will certainly update it online and tonight during our newscast. Lisa and Steve.
Paula Morehouse for us tonight. Paula, thanks so much. And again, all eyes out for looking for that suspect in that particular car. A little girl abducted from a West Springfield neighborhood tonight. A massive search for her and her kidnapper. Good evening, I'm Lisa Rose. Ethan has the night off. We are told every available officer is on this case right now, searching for the truck seen speeding away with the little girl. Little Hailey Owens was grabbed off the street in the 3200 block of West Lombard. There's Hailey's picture right there. She's 10 years old, 5'2". She has sandy blonde hair and pierced ears. She was last seen wearing jean shorts. KY3's Paula Morehouse has been at the scene since it happened. She's live now with the latest. Paula.
Lisa, there are a few police cars here left on the street where 10-year-old Hailey Owens was abducted nearly 6 hours ago. I'm told she was walking home from a friend's house when she was nabbed. Talked to her mother earlier today, and Hailey's mother says she doesn't know who would take her daughter. We do now know that police are searching not only in the city of Springfield, but throughout the state of Missouri and even in neighboring states to find Hailey Owens.
I could see him plain as day, see her plain as day, see his truck plain as day.
Carlos Edwards saw it happen, but it's still hard for him to believe what he saw on Lombard Street.
And he stopped her right here in the ditch and asked her if she knew where Springfield Street's at.
She is 10-year-old Hailey Owens, and because of what happens next, police are scouring the city searching for her.
And he opened his door and said, "Come here for a minute." And she walked up to his truck, and as soon as she got in hand's reach, he grabbed her, threw over him into the passenger seat, and took off.
We don't know where Hailey is. We don't know if she knew the man. We don't think that she does, and we're looking for her.
The entire ordeal, Edwards says, took fewer than 10 seconds.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the little girl. I'm hoping they found her.
Here is the pickup police are looking for. It's a small Ford Ranger. It's goldish and it's an older model. The license plate number is either 1YF454 or 1YS454. Call the police if you have seen this pickup or if you know anything about this case. Also, please go to our website, ky3.com. You can get an up-close look at a picture of Hailey Owens and a description of that pickup truck. Call police if you know anything. Go to ky3.com to look at that closer for yourself. That is the very latest from here, Lisa.
That's the best we can do at this point, is just to keep our eyes open and know what we're looking for. Paula Morehouse tonight. Thanks, Paula. The nationwide Amber Alert has had authorities responding to a lot of possible sightings of that gold pickup truck. Another kind of lead took investigators tonight to Ash Grove. Our team coverage continues with Mike Landis, live near Ash Grove with more on the search. Mike?
It has been an extremely busy night for law enforcement, really following up on leads and tips all across the Greene County area and Springfield. Unfortunately, so far, all these tips have left the police and deputies empty-handed, both when it comes to finding Hailey or the suspect who kidnapped her. Case in point is going to be this house right here behind me here. We're south of Ash Grove on Highway T. Within the last couple of hours, the Highway Patrol and sheriff's deputies were at this property here. We can see them in the background with flashlights searching through the darkness. They were out there for a couple of hours. Slowly but surely, all those patrol cars eventually left, and they came and told us that it was a tip that led them to this house here. But unfortunately, they were not able to find the suspect, and they were saying very vaguely that the suspect was not going to be coming here. There was some sort of a small connection in the past to the suspect, but once again, they're still on the lookout tonight for that man and Hailey as well.
Okay, the search continues. Mike Landis. Paula Morehouse is live tonight from the 3200 block of West Lombard in Springfield. Paula's still shaking our heads over this horrific, what a nightmare for any parent.
An absolute nightmare living out right here on Lombard Street where the crime scene tape still up, police still here. It's been roughly 5 hours now since 10-year-old Hailey Owens was abducted from this street. I'm told she was walking home from a friend's house when a man pulled up in a pickup truck, grabbed her, and took off. That was around 5 o'clock this evening. Police say they have every officer available searching for Hailey. Here's a description of the truck. It is a small Ford Ranger pickup. Police urge anyone to call the police if they see that truck or signs of Hailey or anything else about this case. To get an up-close look at a picture of Hailey, more information about the truck and the little girl, please go to our website, ky3.com, so that we can help find her. Lisa?
I know you're there on the front lines watching, and we will certainly stay in close touch. Paula Morehouse tonight.
We're following breaking news this morning. Police have a man in custody.
And charges are pending in the kidnapping of a Springfield girl. Officers are searching this morning for 10-year-old Hailey Owens.
Here's a picture of that child. Hailey was taken Tuesday evening from the 3000 block of West Lombard. She's about 5 feet 2 inches tall, has sandy blonde hair with pierced ears. KY3's Lindsay Henry live at the police command post, where we're expecting an update very soon. Lindsay.
Exactly, Paul. Now at 6:30, the Springfield Police Department will hold a news conference at the Springfield Art Museum. So we'll be attending that and we'll be streaming it live so you can hear what's going on as we're learning all the new information. Now, right now, we're here at the corner of National and Bennett, where they've set up a command post and been working for the last 12.5 hours, hoping to find this little girl, Hailey Owens.
6:23. We have breaking news.
Breaking news. Other news stations, including one in Kansas City, reporting that 10-year-old Hailey Owens has been found dead.
Early this morning, around midnight, they found the suspect sitting inside his truck, the silver gray pickup truck, described by the neighbor who saw
it all happened.
At approximately 8:30 p.m., investigators in the 1500 block of East Stanford Street, following up on a lead related to a potential suspect, did locate the vehicle and a suspect in the vehicle. At that time, the subject accompanied the investigators to headquarters for questioning regarding the potential crime. That suspect, now identified as Craig Michael Wood, white male, 45 years of age, was subsequently arrested and booked into the Greene County Jail. Continuing the investigation, about 11:30 p.m., a group of approximately 30 Springfield officers and investigators responded to this location and began conducting a coordinated search of the area around the residence in the 1500 block of East Stanford Street. That search resulted in evidence related to this case and evidence of foul play.
We're hearing for the first time, though, the name of the suspect in this case.
Craig Michael Wood, 45 years old. And I'm going to, while you give an update, I'm going to go over to the touchscreen, if you don't mind, Paul, because we can bring up the booking photo that we have right now in the Greene County Jail with, he was booked on murder, those charges pending. Craig Michael Wood, 45 years old. And as you heard,
he's booked on first-degree murder. While you look that up, he's listed as 6'2", 220 pounds. Craig Michael Wood is his name, a white man. And again, the charge is murder. Notable in the media conference is that the police chief did not say that Hailey Owens' body has been found, although this man he named as a suspect is booked on the charge of murder at this hour. You have the picture ready?
I do have the picture ready, and this is in the Greene County Jail booking photo. You did mention 45 years old, Craig Michael Wood, and I believe the Amber Alert was issued at 7 o'clock. Multi-state Amber Alert issued, and it was at about 8:30 they received a tip. And if I remember the information correctly from the police chief, Paul, if you can look at your notes over there, I think it was East Stanford Street.
East Stanford Street,
They received
yes.
a tip about a vehicle being found there, a truck, and that is where they found the suspect still sitting inside the vehicle. And this is a look at that man in custody right now, Craig Michael Wood.
Welcome back. We're following breaking news this morning. A crime scene being reported at Delaware and East Stanford.
And this is in the 1500 block of East Stanford, and our KY3 News Director, Scott Brady, is there right now on the phone with us live. And Scott, you said that they were starting to shut down streets, so you actually had to move your vehicle.
That's correct. When I got here, there was one police car and a second one showed up, and the house was taped off when I got here. Now it's becoming a much more active scene. They made me move my car. They said they're going to bring in a crime scene vehicle, one of those trucks where they investigate a crime scene. Now we're up to about 10 police cars in this area with officers all over. And like I said, we're the only media out here right now.
We have been told by our sister stations and other media that a body has been found and that family confirmed to those media outlets that it was 10-year-old Hailey Owens found dead. We are working to have that confirmed by police. And here's a live look now, and you can see the truck that I would assume to be the vehicle that was used in the kidnapping that happened yesterday just before 5 o'clock. It was a beautiful day. So many children were outside playing, and a witness spotted the suspect, Craig Michael Wood, taking this girl, and the Amber Alert was issued at 7 o'clock last night. We are working to get more information on the background of this suspect, the 45-year-old in custody right now in the Greene County Jail, booked on a murder charge.
Breaking news about a child's murder that continues to sicken and sadden Springfield and has shocked the Ozarks and beyond. We have team coverage on this still unfolding story.
Steve, a very sad ending to the abduction of Hailey Owens. The Springfield police chief says the body of a young girl was found at the suspect's house. Chief Paul Williams says he is confident it is our victim, Hailey Owens. Police were led to the suspect's house after witnesses gave a very good and detailed description of the pickup truck and the license plate number. That license plate number was linked to Craig Wood's home. Craig Woods is the suspect in all this. He is 45 years old. He is in the Greene County Jail at this hour awaiting charges. Police say they made that cursory search of his home a little after 2 in the morning, and it wasn't until they got a search warrant and then later this morning, about 15 minutes before the press conference, which was at 11 o'clock, that they could indeed say they believe this is the body of Hailey Owens. Here's a little bit more now of what Chief Williams told reporters today.
He drove up in the truck as officers were watching the residence. Investigators contacted him, had a brief discussion, and he actually agreed to accompany them to headquarters for questioning regarding this potential crime. My understanding is he refused to talk and asked for an attorney once he was at headquarters. We're conducting surveillance on a couple locations. That was one of them.
So it was the license plate that led to
It was.
I'm here in the 1500 block of East Stanford, where police have confirmed a body was found in this home. It's the home we're told believed to Craig Wood. He was arrested for murder late Tuesday night, and he's now in the Greene County Jail. Meanwhile, here at the scene, there's still a few police officers, detectives, and FBI agents here still processing the scene. Around 11:20, a black van did drive up to the house, and that van backed into the driveway, and it blocked us from seeing whether anything went into or came out of that van. It's a van we believe to be the coroner's van, although it was unmarked. Also, as you can see, there's a green tarp covering the home's front entryway as police are entering and leaving the property.
It is scary, and it scares me. I have a 14-year-old that walks to the bus stop, and it makes me scared for her, knowing that his truck would pass her every morning, and and then to know that he was involved in school and being with kids all the time, it makes you stop and really think about how safe are your kids.
Another crime scene was found this morning, this one at the Dutch-made laundromat at National and Elm by the Missouri State Campus. Springfield Police and the FBI were seen taking evidence out of that business this morning. KY3's news producer Brian Vandenberg is there and joins us by phone with more. Brian, what do we know?
Well, Steve, what I know is that a defendant told me that an officer got here about 3:30 this morning, early this morning, and secured the building with crime scene tape until FBI agents got here. Now, when I got here this morning, there was an officer outside the building, and he told me that another Springfield police officer was inside along with several FBI agents. And what I saw them doing was I saw them throughout the building going through some what I assume is evidence. What we know now is evidence at this business, and I saw about a half dozen people in those white full-body evidence suits, and they were going through this business. And then I saw them bringing out box after box and bag after bag of what we now know is evidence from this crime.
Craig Wood has actually been employed with Springfield Public Schools for about 15 years. His employment here at Pleasant View is now suspended. Now, he began working with the district in August of 1998 and was a temporary employee, including working as a substitute teacher. Now, Wood became a full-time employee in 2006. We're told he has worked as a teacher's aide and a coach here. It's not clear how long.
New tonight, a Springfield Public Schools employee charged with murdering a 10-year-old girl.
Just minutes ago, Greene County prosecutor Dan Patterson filed charges of first-degree murder, first-degree armed criminal action, and first-degree child kidnapping against Craig Wood.
I want to express my appreciation to the citizens who are aware and alerted law enforcement, and to the Springfield Police Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, whose swift action, along with my Chief Assistant Todd Myers, allowed for the quick and speedy capture and charging of this offender. My office is committed to seeking justice for Hailey.